Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Highland Orchard. So glad to see everybody is enjoying their shares. So for this week in January, we have an interesting mix, kohlrabi, which is one of my absolute favorite winter vegetables, broccoli, sweet potatoes, carrots, there's parsley, spinach, kale, and apples. These are all our winter hardy vegetables that are growing. Kohlrabi is, looks kind of weird. The root comes here, and so the plant is actually sitting right on the ground. It's not in the ground. The leaves, when they're fresh like this, you can cook like you would collard greens. I recommend taking the leaves off and using them first. Once you do that, the bulb will keep weeks in your refrigerator, so you don't have to use it right away. But it's delicious. So you may want to. I would. My favorite way to do it is just in stir fry. Chop it up, throw it into stir fry. It's really great. It'll have a texture much like a potato, but you don't have the starch or the glycemic index. It's also high in vitamin C, and that we know is so important in this season for fighting off colds, as is broccoli, as is kale. All our dark greens in the winter, if we eat them, are helping to keep us healthy. So eating for your health is what we want to be doing. Spinach and parsley. All right, in the large shares, we have broccoli, spinach, kale, and you can see there are actually two different kinds of kale. There's a red and a green kale. You can use them exactly the same way. It's just for fun. If you're putting them in a salad, then you have the fun of different colors. The red kale and green kale have different anthocyanins in them and slightly different nutrients. They're both highly nutritious, a great source of calcium as well as vitamin C. Lettuce, Jerusalem artichokes. Jerusalem artichokes are another one of those unusual root crops that I really enjoy. These do grow under the ground. The tops get about 10 to 12 feet tall and have bright yellow flowers on them that look like sunflowers. You can actually cut them. We don't dig these until the end of November, just before the ground freezes. They'll keep in your refrigerator well. Another nice potato substitute, so generally used in cooking. You can boil them, bake them, roast them, stir fry, mash them, however you like. You do not need to peel them. The skin is very, very tender. Carrots, sweet potatoes, cauliflower, kohlrabi, super great flexible vegetable. You can use the greens. I talked about that with the small shares, so you might want to go back and look at that for kohlrabi. The trick for this week for the large shares is you have parsley and you have cutting celery. This tastes just like celery. They look almost identical. They're in separate bags. At least one of the bags will be labeled. If you're not sure, just taste it. It's very obvious. Then for your apples, you've got Pink Lady and Mutsu. The Mutsu are obvious because they're so much larger. This is an apple that actually originated in Japan. It's named for the Mutsu province in Japan. It is a cross that was developed in the 1930s. Nice crispy apple, half sweet, half tart, great for cooking, eating, whatever you like to do. In our fruit shares this week, we've got Granny Smith, Pink Lady, and Golden Delicious apples. A nice mix of sweet and tart apples, so if you're making applesauce or cooking, you get a nice blend of flavors. And our treat this week, in addition to the fresh apples, are dried cranberries. The cranberries are only sweetened with some fruit juice, so no added sugar. Great way to get more of those nutrients in the red family. So that's our share for this week, our different shares. We thank you for participating in the program and have a great day.